What's up, you guys? Theo here, Mr. Please Don't Irk Me. Guess what we are? Senate City been making it happen, and they protesting, y'all, against Donald Trump. Protesting out here, which we should be doing a lot more. So make sure you guys watch out for what's next. I can't wait for you guys to see this video. Make sure you like, my God. Make sure you comment, my Lord. And then make sure you subscribe. Philly, we are here. Let's go. Rolling, 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 rolling. Who do we have here?
Miss Henry Cade.
Oh, I like the way you said that. Who do we have here?
Alichea.
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hey, what's up? I'm Eric, host of the Hung Up Podcast, radio show host. Shout out to WURD.
Oh, it sounds like he got money. What's your name?
Mary Beth Tedeskedovich.
Who do we have here?
Rain.
And to my left and to y'all right, we have
Karina.
What's your name?
My name Bo. I go by Bo.
Okay, Bo, what's up? What's up? What's up? We have what's your name?
Natalia.
Who do we have here?
Geek Locks.
The white people were mad.
They were
Didn't know
mad?
that. Yeah, so they're down here protesting like Donald Trump.
Okay.
So I thought it was like a minority type of thing.
Oh,
but come to find out, the white people are pissed.
Yeah, they should.
They're really pissed.
Should be, and they should talk to their counterparts too, cause y'all did that.
What was the worst job you've ever had?
The worst job I ever had was definitely being a cocktail waitress in a strip club.
Somebody just called me a one-take person, you know? That's what I do. Bro, it was perfect. Are you from Philly?
I am.
Oh.
I'm from Philly, born and raised. Caribbean raised,
Okay,
really.
okay.
But I was born here.
Are you from Philly?
Absolutely.
What part you from?
Northeast, and people say that's not Philly, but it is.
Okay, so oh, you know what's so crazy? I feel like I seen you in some films or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you act?
Yeah.
Talk to me nice.
You probably seen me. I mean, I am on some SEPTA ads right now here downtown. Shout out to Philly Black
Famous.
Pride. Shout out to the Safe Philly campaign that we're doing right now with Vive Healthcare. So you may have seen me on some of the billboard, the digital
I would
billboards.
say, well, you look
Maybe
very
that's where
important. You look very important, my
well,
lord. What was the craziest thing you probably seen in while you were being a server?
Oh my gosh, what was the craziest thing that I saw while being a server?
I'm a
Well,
little scared to ask.
I mean, I saw a lot of titties. Let's see. Yeah, so I saw a girl. I don't know if this is appropriate for your show, but I saw
Everything's appropriate.
I saw one of our dancers, and she was on the floor doing floor work, and there was a patron at the, we're sitting right in front of her at the floor, and she took his hat off, his baseball cap off, and she wiped it in between her legs and put it back on his head.
So, quick question, okay? What is your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is anything with more than 2 legs.
I ain't gonna hold you. My biggest fear is being in an abandoned building by myself with the lights off.
My biggest fear in life is dying and not knowing I'm dying.
That's different. I never heard. That sounds really deep.
Spiders, insects, centipedes. If it got more than 2 legs, I don't want to see it.
Hey, my lord.
Like drowning.
No.
You're not prepared for that in any kind of way.
No.
Um,
I would hate to die by water. Jesus Christ.
God.
What is it about you that makes it very fearful for you?
Ghosts.
Oh, okay. So let's say something rattles, in a room and you're all alone. Would you leave the room?
See, in the room, no. But in the building, yes. I'm out.
Oh, you?
I'm out. I'm going home.
Here, just one little beep. You're like, yep, that's it for me.
You gotta be calm with it too. You can't even let them know you're scared. You gotta get up, put your stuff on, and walk out.
What was the craziest thing your ex ever told you?
Why would you ask me that?
I feel like it's gonna get juicy then, right, Lord? Ooh, I feel like this is about to be real good.
It's really not that crazy. It was disrespectful as
Hell.
right. He said to me that he wouldn't. I can't curse.
Oh, I mean, if it's what they say, you have to tell us verbatim.
Verbatim with the.
Verbatim. Give it to us. Real quick question, okay?
Okay.
Who has a better catalog?
Okay.
Is it Usher or Chris Brown? A better catalog.
Damn. I'm going to go with Breezy, man. Don't cancel me.
I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 85. I grew up with Usher.
Okay.
I just love Usher. You remind me of a girl
that
I once knew. Like, all of that. Like, I'm 8701, I think was the
Ooh,
other
don't start
album.
nothing because you don't have to call.
Usher. Are you kidding me?
Really? You know, a lot of people are choosing
Because
Chris.
the way you kept saying catalog, I feel like you think it's Chris Brown.
No, a lot of people have been choosing Chris Brown over
How old
Usher.
are they, though? What? Are you
Like, what would you ever mean?
choosing Chris Brown over Usher? This man that has a residency in Vegas. Usher.
And
My way, Usher? Like, what?
8701?
What? What are we talking
Confessions?
What are we talking about? Usher? Get out of here.
So why not? Why not Usher?
Usher, you know, grew up on Usher, but Breezy, he's more consistent. He got, not only do he got albums, he got mixtapes.
Yeah,
He drops, and then he's features in everybody's song.
Let's say that Usher and Chris Brown were having a concert on the same night. Which one would you actually go to?
Breezy gonna be more entertaining.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait, what would make him? Oh my lord!
know.
What would make him say that?
Why you asking me that?
Well, wait, what's like a Tuesday afternoon or like a Wednesday morning?
It was probably like a Tuesday afternoon. It really was probably like a Tuesday afternoon. It was just a back and forth of some things. And, you know, I was like, listen, I'm about, and he was like, I'm not, you know, he said what he said. And I was flat.
Audacity is on clearance. How do you feel about them actually voting him in and thinking that it was going to work in like their favor?
I don't know what they were thinking. I think they just didn't like Kamala. That's what I feel like, because there's no way he literally laid out a plan and y'all thought this is gonna work. I feel like they knew she was telling the truth. They just couldn't stand to see a woman of color in office.
Tell me what's going on today.
Well, I am part of this incredible demonstration that's really trying to protect democracy, and it was really short-lived. I mean, people just found out a couple of days ago, and there's like thousands and thousands of people here, so it's really cool.
I'm here because, you know, I'm a daughter of 2 immigrants. My parents came here from Mexico, El Salvador. I grew up in LA, and I'm passionate about education. I have my PhD in education. I'm a former teacher, and I just feel the need to organize and to be with people on the ground and listen to what's happening. I think, you know, even being a teacher, I try not to be too political online, but I feel like now that's not an option. Right. We have to speak up.
What's like some things that actually concern you with what Congress is doing right now?
Well, I'm more concerned about what Congress is not doing right now. I think it's time for Congress to wake up, and the time was yesterday.
I've been a teacher my whole life, and I just finally retired, and I'm going to need my Social Security, and I have paid into the system the whole life, and I've educated young people, and now I have to worry about whether I can survive. So I really want to protect my Social Security.
What makes you a little concerned about what's going to happen within this term? Because we know that a lot of stuff is being passed, a lot of things are being signed off on. So what do you think is the most concerning thing that you'll see within these 4 years?
Really just no respect for Congress and the traditional manner for how legislative review occurs, right? So we're seeing cuts happen without people going through due process. We're seeing people deported to El Salvador with no criminal record. And so these are just extremities that really worry me. We're already seeing cuts to public education. There was a rally outside the department in DC yesterday, and they've already trimmed half the department. And so we're already seeing cases with students that aren't being answered, students with disabilities, students who were attacked by a teacher. Those cases aren't being heard now because the Office of Civil Rights is being dismantled, is being dissolved, and so that worries me.
What is it about Donald Trump that kind of like pisses you off a little bit?
I honestly just don't think he understands. He has no empathy. He's a rich person. He's been a rich person his whole life. He's never had to work. So I think there's something missing in his empathy loop.
It's a lot missing.
A lot missing, but the empathy is intense, and that's what I always try to teach. I teach art, and I believe arts, when he starts going for the Kennedy Center and the arts programs and cutting arts and deciding what is art, that's where's my final straw. So, so if you don't believe in art, then you really aren't human.
Are you catching all of this on camera? I feel like
like he's really pulling people to like talk and stuff like that. Would you sell one of your siblings for $10 million?
Hell yeah, we in on it together.
Oh, that's your sister?
Yeah. Do they got a 2-for-1 deal? Yeah.
How much? I'm sorry, that's the first time I've ever heard that question.
Did I gag you?
You did.
Did I gag you? They would be gagged too.
No.
When the people come and pick them up.
You're really gonna sell your sibling?
Why not?
Why for 10 million?
Why not? Every sibling knows that's a rule.
Yeah, 10 million. You reunite a couple years down the road.
I could buy her back.
I'll get her some.
I could buy her back.
Okay, so at least are you gonna give half?
Maybe. Well, no, I gotta spend it. So.
I mean, are they going to get like a percentage, a good percentage?
Are they going to get a percentage? No.
Like,
no.
They're getting nothing.
They have everything to lose, and I have everything to gain.
Are you choosing love or $1 million? Which one's going to do it?
$1 million. What? I'll choose $500 over love. Thank you. Yes.
So regardless, you just want the money, regardless.
Absolutely, because love ain't got me nowhere but heartbroken.
Oh, no.
Listen, I'm good.
Well, Tina said, "What love got to do it."
You know what? As somebody who's been single for a little bit, dating, but single, I'm going to choose love.
Really?
And we can make $1 million. How about that?
Ooh, I like that.
See, the Capricorn gonna come out at this grown age. I ain't gonna tell you what it is, but at this grown age, we're sitting down. We're talking about what we can build together. So let's make $1 million. Let's make 2.
Okay, so quick question. Okay, what's the worst job you've ever had? The worst one?
Probably UPS, for sure.
What happened at UPS?
They just be cooking you in there. It'd be a million packages coming down at once. It'd be late as shit. It'd be sweating.
I heard that there's no AC or heat inside. Is that true?
Ain't no AC. They gotta open the doors or something. Had some wind coming or something. I don't know. If it was AC, I ain't feel it.
Okay. How many hours were you working?
That's the thing. You only working like 4 or 5 hours, but that 4 or 5, like 12 for real.
Do you think it's weird for people that are dating to have a 20 to 30 year gap? Do you think that's weird? Like, would you date somebody 20 years younger than you or 20 years older than you?
Yeah, okay, so yes, it's weird. It's very weird.
Okay.
Until a point.
It depends. If they're in their early 20s and somebody is 20, 30 years older than them, that's a problem. You're a pedophile.
Why is it a problem?
Because you're a predator. You're targeting young people to control them and to abuse them. Absolutely not. You're grooming. I don't care.
She said what she said. Point. What's the turning point?
I'm just thinking, I'm like, if I'm 50 and he's 70, do I care?
I mean, Viagra's available.
Grown, he's probably almost, well, no, they living today. These men are living today.
Oh, okay.
The men are like outlasting the women.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, if I'm 50 and he's 70, I might be okay with it.
What about if you're 50 and the guy's 30? Would you want to?
Dating?
Yeah, like actually being in a relationship. I mean, Cher's doing it out here. She with somebody like 50 years younger than her. No shade, Cher, love you. Would you tell a friend that? Would you be like, friend, why are you dating somebody 20 or 30 years older than you?
So, okay, when I was that age, I didn't think it was a problem. But now that I'm in my 30s, I know better. You know what I'm saying? I would tell my little sisters, they're that age. They're in their early 20s. I would go I would go off.
Rain gonna be rain everywhere she go. Hello.
In a relationship, I don't know.
What do you think would be the difference? You think that he wouldn't think the way that you think, or he will respect you, or things like that?
No, I just think it would be weird. It's just so much life. Like, I think if I was dating young, I would be feeling like his mother.
Oh.
Like I probably got to.
And you don't want to raise nobody.
Raise them.
No, not K. Michelle style.
No.
Would you smack your mother, your blood mother, for $5 million? Would you do it?
Yes, without a question. Yep.
Is she gonna get a cut of the money?
Maybe, yeah, she'll get a cut. She'll get a cut.
Well, like how much? We talk like 50. We're going 50-50, or like you're taking the most and she's getting the least amount.
Well, we gonna count how many times I got my behind whooped when I was growing up, and we gonna minus that from the $5 million, right? And then we gonna give her the leftover.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, that's very fair.
Yeah, I feel like that is so fair.
That is actually very fair because I got beatings for free.
Not a dime was paid to me. Not a dime.
I coulda called the cops somebody, Lord, but I did it.
Okay? I mean, come on. 5 million? I might sneak in another one just for fun, okay?
Would you slap your mom for $10 million? Would you slap her?
Oh, well, my mom is dead. But if she was alive, I would do it.
First and foremost, my condolences. You told me to ask you any question, and that's the question that was on the sheet. So I just, Lord, okay, I'm so sorry.
Mom is all right. Mom